Hey everybody, it's Scott. Welcome back to the One-Off Shop. Today we're going to be taking a trip across the pond. We're going to go over to Germany and we're going to be making what is a staple over there, which is what's called a schnitzel. Schnitzel can be made out of pork, beef, veal. You can even make them out of fish if you really want to. A schnitzel is nothing more than pounding out a piece of meat, dredging it, and then frying it in a pan. Today we're going to be making a pork schnitzel with Jäger Soße, which is hunter's gravy. Alright, so when we get back, I'm going to show you how to set all this up. And the nice thing about today, we get to take out our frustrations. Alright, so what you want to do is set yourself up a dredging station, 3 different places. First one we're going to have is a cup of flour. Then you're going to take 1 egg mixed with a little water. And then your third one's going to be breadcrumbs. This is just plain breadcrumbs. If you want to use panko, you can, but I would suggest pulverizing them a little bit first so they're not quite as large and chunky, because that's not what this meal is about. So anyway, get your station set up, and then when we come back, we're going to beat on some pork chops. All right, now to prepare your meat to make your schnitzel, what you want to start off with is boneless pork chops or boneless pork loin. You want it to be about 1/2 inch thick or so, something like that. Now, you can trim all this fat off. If there's just a little bit on there, that's fine. But if you see like a big chunk of fat, go ahead and trim that off. All right, now the way you're going to do this, you're going to need a tenderizing hammer. Get you a heavy duty, like a freezer Ziploc. You want something that's got thick plastic on it. Stick your chop on the inside there. Use the flat side of your tenderizing hammer. Don't use this side. Alright, use the flat side, because all we're wanting to do is mash this. So what you want to do is start in the middle and give it a good pound, and then pound from the center toward the outside edge, and just keep going around and around until you get your chop nice and flat. You want to get it down to where it's about 1/8 of an inch thick. All right, once you got your dredging station set up here, you're going to want to go ahead and put a little salt and pepper on your schnitzels before you dredge them. So let's go ahead and get that done. Just a little bit of salt and pepper on each side before we stick them in. And once you get the salt and pepper on each side. Just give it a little pat. Make sure that stuff sticks to the meat, because that's what you're looking for. Alright, go ahead and flip those over and do the other side. A little salt and a little pepper. A little pat. Alright, now we're going to start dredging. So let's take our first schnitzel here. Drop it in the flour, lightly press it in. We'll drop it in our egg, just real quick. Couple drips into our breadcrumbs. Make sure we're getting the sides. And onto a wire rack to wait. Alright, let's get the rest of these done and I'll be back. Alright, get you a normal size skillet, 8-10 inch skillet. Go ahead and get it on the stove. Get you about a ½ inch of oil in there. You want to use a high temp oil like canola or olive oil, because you don't want this to burn on the outside. You just want it to crisp up and get nice and golden brown. So once you got your oil to about 350 or so, go ahead and pick up your first schnitzel and just gently lay it into the oil. Now you're probably going to only do about maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes on each side, just until we're getting good and golden brown. You definitely want to do these one at a time, unless you're doing them in a large skillet that you've got a big flame for, because these are big pieces of meat and they will cool down the oil every time you stick one in there. So best rule of thumb, do them one at a time, and give it 60 seconds from the time you take one out before you put the next one in. Give that oil time to come back to temperature. See how we're looking here. Almost. Like I said, we're just going for a nice golden brown on these. Get good on that first side. And just gently flip it over. There we go. And we'll let that go and we'll get all these fried up and we'll be back. Alright, we're taking our last schnitzel out right now. Go ahead and slide that off the heat there. All right, there's what our schnitzels look like. Nice and golden brown. Alright, here we've got our schnitzel all done, and we've got our Jaeger sauce on there, or Hunter's gravy. How's that look? Yummy, yummy. Let's go ahead and try a bite here. Nice and done all the way through. All I need now is the pills and I'm all set. Wow. Really good. Okay, there's 3 different ways you can prepare the gravy for this. The first is just use a plain plain brown gravy mix and add in some mushroom pieces to it. That's not real authentic, but that's the cheap way to go. Or you can get a package of actual mushroom gravy. That way it's flavored good. Or, if you want authentic flavor, Knorr makes this Jaeger sauce or Hunter sauce. They actually make it in a mix. Works just like the other gravies. A couple tablespoons in with a cup of boiling water, and you're all set. Traditionally, this meal is served with what's called pommes frites or French fries for us Americans. It pairs really well with this. Another thing that you might want to try is once you get your schnitzel on the plate, before you add the gravy, give it a little squirt of lemon juice. Tell me what you think of that. I like it. Anyway, I wanted to say thanks to everybody once again for watching the video. Like, subscribe. Please hit me up on my Patreon. That's where I need some subscribers. $5 a month. You're going to get 4 main courses, 4 desserts every single month. If you could hit me up on there, I'd greatly appreciate it. And one other thing I wanted to say this time is this meal here reminded me of my oldest daughter. She is engaged now, and she's going to be getting married in November. And they're having a Harry Potter themed wedding. So I just wanted to give a shout out to my oldest and her soon-to-be husband, Chris. This would go over good at Harry Potter. Golden Schnitzel. Anyway, till next time, y'all keep rifling through the fridge, rummaging through the cabinets, turn those what-ifs into a one-off.